So today we continue the topic on essentials of yoga practice and philosophy, and the class number 6, and we will be talking about health, the 3 bodies and the 3 gunas. So a lot of information back in one lesson, so I try to keep it very simple. So the main purpose of yoga practice is to have health and peace of mind. Because Swami Vishnudevanji say, health is wealth, peace of mind is happiness, and yoga shows the way. And you have to walk on it. Yoga shows the way, you say, okay, but you have to walk on the way by your practice. But the concept of health in yoga is a little bit different. It's a holistic health. That means body, mind, spirit health. Okay? And it brings in a lot of depth to the topic of health. Now, Swami Sivananda, who was a medical doctor, he said, every human being is the author of his or her own health. Disease is the result of disobedience to the immutable laws of health that govern life. The laws of health are the laws of nature. Okay? So when you talk about body, mind, spirit, that means that there are laws of health on the physical level, there are laws of health from mental health, and the laws of nature for spiritual health as well. But the laws of health is everywhere. It's a divine law. But we don't follow. We don't surrender or respect the laws, and that is the cause of disease. The first wealth is health. It is the greatest of all possessions. It is the basis of all virtues. Sometimes people ask us, what kind of religion you follow? And we answer, it's a religion of health. Health of body, health of mind, and health of spirit. Okay? So nowadays people talk about health, but only physically. And in recent time, maybe people start to talk about mental health, because mental health becomes very prevalent since the COVID, 5 years. People start to have a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of frustrations, anger, negative emotions. So now, in the world, people start to talk more about mental health. And scientists start to understand, or try to understand, the link between the body and the mind. I myself personally, I always say, when we say the mind, I always add one word. Guess what? The emotions. Because people talk about the mind, but rarely people talk about emotions. Because there's a whole complete different dimension there. So, we talk about the 3 bodies. We said yesterday or the day before The body is a vehicle. Our body and mind are our vehicle. And we repeat, the vehicle is an instrument that brings us from here to there. So you can easily understand that the physical body is a vehicle bring you from here to go to work. Let's say physically, okay? But in yoga philosophy, the destination is not going to work. The destination is self-realization. I mean, understand our true nature as immortal spirit and understand the state of oneness of all existence. The state of oneness of ourselves, our individual consciousness, and the cosmic consciousness. So this is the purpose of our life. So in this context, the body and the mind are the vehicle for us to understand our karmic experience. To understand our experience in this life. When we are born, it is said the body and mind are reincarnated out of karma, or due to some past reason. Okay? So we revisit the past thoughts and the past actions in terms of experience in this life. And then we have to dive deeper into our experience in order for us to discover or becoming aware of our tendency, of our mental tendency and our ego, our false understanding of ourselves, and from there correct the course of our action and thinking. So that's why in this context, the body and mind are our instrument to understand correctly our experience and to react or respond to our experience in a correct manner. Okay? That's why we say the body and mind are our instrument. Not just only instrument for action in this life, but there is an underlying our action and our mind. There is another storyline. There's a lot of things happening underneath that we do not see. But yoga is a science of union. So therefore, we highlight actually this underlining, feeling underlining, thinking, and then we compare that with the teaching, the eternal teaching of yoga that come from the sages and saints, and then we correct our action. So according to the scripture of Vedanta philosophy, the yoga philosophy, then we have three vehicles. Okay? And we need to understand that these three vehicles are our instrument, which implies that we are not the three vehicles. Is it clear? You're not your vehicle. You're not your car. Like say I ask Hara Mahadev, what kind of vehicle you have? And he said, I have a Toyota. And then I am Japanese. I am 10 years old. And I'm green. I'm green. And I'm worth $15,000. You say, Mahadev, you're crazy. Yeah? You identify with the qualities of your vehicle. But you're not green. You're not 10 years old. And you're not worth $15,000. You are the driver of the vehicle. You are immortal. You are powerful. You are perfect. But you superimpose the qualities of your vehicle because you use your vehicle all day long onto yourself, and after some time you forget. You forget that you are the master of your vehicle. So that's the journey of yoga, is to detach ourselves from our vehicles, to be aware of our vehicles, to understand who we are, and to be able to maneuver this vehicle the best way so we can get to our destination, which is the state of fulfillment, the state of completion, the state of perfection, who we are. So the three bodies, vehicles, are the physical body, which we use in order for us to function in this, we call awakened world. Because the yoga philosophy distinguishes three worlds. Not just only we have this one physical world. It says that the physical world appear, and you are this body functioning in it when you are awake. So your center of consciousness at that time is in the body. In the waking state, you function in the physical world, and you have the physical body. But there is another world which we go through every day. It's called the astral world, the dream world. So that is the second state of consciousness, which is a state of dreaming. That means only the mind is operating when in your dream. Yeah, you are running, you see yourself running, but in fact it's in your mind. It doesn't involve the physical body. Okay? You do a lot of action. Yesterday I was building the whole ashram. Yesterday night. But all with the mind. Okay? So that's the second state of consciousness, and this is the second body, the astral body. Okay? And the third is the causal. The causal body, or the causal vehicle, is much more subtle. The astral body is already very difficult to understand, because you have to feel it. You cannot really see it through your senses or touch it, But the causal body, you have to intuit, you have to think, you have to reason, because you cannot even feel it. Okay? And the causal body is you experience it in your deep sleep state. Because at night when you sleep, you have the dream state, the mind is active, and then you have the deep sleep state, when you don't have consciousness or memory at all of who you are. You're a man or a woman, or what kind of profession you have. It's almost the state of consciousness when you are in samadhi, which is the highest state of meditation. Okay? And at night we have to go to sleep every night because we need that deep sleep state. And during that deep sleep state, we recharge ourselves. We forget completely that we have a husband or wife, and we have a job, and all our duties. We forget. And in the dream state, you will still remember. Maybe the husband or the wife appear as some kind of tiger chasing after you or something. It's a dream language. Dream language is always symbolic, emotional and symbolic. So, the three bodies are the vehicles of the soul. We need these three levels of consciousness, or three states of consciousness, in order to realize ourselves. Okay, so we said it's like compared to an orange. You take an orange, you have the peel outside, the peel outside that you see, that you can touch, is the physical body. So what you see about a person is their physical body. And inside there is a pulp, the big portion, the pulp, with the juicy portion. Okay? The astral body, very big, very important. And then inside there is the seed, which is the causal, the seed body, the seed vehicle. But remember, yourself is called the Atman. In Sanskrit, the term, the immortal self, or your soul, is called the Atman. And the Atman of yourself is beyond the three bodies, the three vehicles. Use the three vehicles for each journey. The master of the three vehicles, independent from the three vehicles, untouched by the three vehicles. Okay? So, when we say spiritual health, means that we remember that. If not, then we believe something, who we are, and we are not. Okay? It's like you go to sometime mental hospital, and you listen to people talking. Each person believes themselves to be somebody else. And this person says, oh, I am Cleopatra. Another person, oh, I'm Richard Burton. Cleopatra is played by Elizabeth Taylor, a beautiful actress. Is a queen. Another person says, I'm Richard Burton. They talk to each other. You say, are you crazy? When they believe themselves to be something else. Okay? So imagine, you look, you step back and you look. We believe ourselves to be something else. And we talk and we act and we laugh and we cry, but this is not us. We are playing a role. It's like in a play. Yeah? You dress a certain way and then you play a role. But you play a character. Bad character, good character, but it's not you. Okay? So yoga philosophy help you to be aware of the three levels of your existence: the physical, the mental, emotional, and the spiritual level, and help you to be healthy in the three levels. Physical health is defined as, by Swami Sivananda, when all the organs of the body function optimally under the intelligent control of the mind. Imagine. I mean, the intelligence, today we go, right? Today, abnormally, this morning I woke up, it's colder than normal. So I said to her, give me my jacket. So I don't want to catch a cold. Yesterday was very hot, so I did not know today would be cold. Okay? But the mind, the intelligence, has to be able to see what the body needs. Let's say you eat too much one day because there is a birthday celebration. There's so much food and you eat too much sugar. Then the next day you say, okay, I'm going to skip a meal. I'm going to eat simple today. You see, that is called governance of your physical body. Understand the 9 systems of the body and regulate it. Yeah? So physical health is that. Okay? So in this world we talk a lot about physical health. And when you go to doctor talk about physical health. Yeah, measure all the different instruments to measure the physical health. Mental health is mental emotional. It's your capacity of concentration. A person that is not able to concentrate, they are not able to complete a job. Because any job they do, they have to concentrate. If they are not able to do that, something is wrong. The mind is too distracted. This is according to the definition of yoga, of Patanjali. Yeah? The capacity of concentration of a person makes up the person is strong or weak. The mind of the person is strong or weak depending on their capacity to be concentrated and to hold information and to be able to process information. So they are mentally healthy. But also, the mind includes the emotion. Some people are very good in concentration. They are super worker, CEO. They are very effective. But their emotions are suppressed. They don't know, they're not aware of their emotions. They can burst out crazy. They cannot control. It was called lack of emotional regulation. Lack of emotional intelligence. So then they're not healthy. So the definition of emotional health is you have to be able to love in a selfless manner, in a pure manner, everyone. That you don't have within your heart any kind of resentment, frustration, anger, negative emotions that are stopped in your subconscious mind. And to be emotionally healthy, you have to work at it. It's not like you have pure love right away. It doesn't work like that. You have to work on your emotions. Which is the topic another time we can talk about that. There's a lot to talk about that. And then, spiritually healthy. Spiritually healthy, simply said, is remembering who we are, remembering your essential spiritual nature. If you do remember, then you are spiritually healthy. If you completely ignore or don't know, then you are spiritually, we call ignorant. If you are spiritually ignorant and the body and mind function, but there is no connection with your spirit, then sooner or later, you will do something wrong. Or the ego will be too aggravating, and the mental tendency too aggravating, then at that time, disease happens. And some mysterious disease, sometimes people go and do all the checkup and they couldn't find any disease. Because it's a spiritual disease. Because some disconnection is there within us with the most important thing, which is our consciousness, our spirit, Yeah, and some other tendencies of the mind get aggravating, then at that time some collapse will happen sooner or later. So in order to achieve mental, physical health, we also have to take the time to understand about who am I. Okay? It takes time. But you have to reserve the time to do spiritual practices. So if we constantly superimpose the qualities of our physical body and our mental body on our self, on our true self, then we have problem eventually. For example, constantly you are thinking I am a man or I am a woman. Yeah? Or constantly you are thinking I am a hurt person. H-U-R-T. Yeah? I have some resentment. Or you're thinking I am a super intelligent person, super emotional person, whatever you identify yourself with the physical characteristics or the mental characteristics, or both, yeah? Then at that time you're not spiritually healthy because you don't remember that you are not supreme, but you are the consciousness that is part of the supreme consciousness, yeah? And you are not this particular trait of character or this gender or race or age, that is not you. So the body is going through changes all the time. You're born, and then there's a period of growth, and then the period of decay. Okay? So you have to be able to work with the body, understand what it goes through, and understand also the transition, when eventually the soul will cast off the body, according to Bhagavad Gita, which is a scripture of yoga, when the soul will cast off the body and change to a new body, like you change to a new cloth. So you have to reason, you have to use some other faculty to reason, to understand who you are. Let's say you want to put different photo of yourself when you were young, 2 months old, 2 years old, 6, 7 years old, 13, 15, adolescent, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and you put all these photos together, and then somebody coming from outside and asks you, what are you doing? What is all this? What is all these people? You say, oh, it's me. See, you point to body like a cat, This is me. Really? This is me. The adolescent, 12 years old, all the pimple in the hair. the color eye also changed. Some Westerner color eye also changed. Hair changed. Blonde, and oftentimes people are blonde when they're young, and then curly, and then they change, completely change. Even me, because of yoga, I changed so much that the immigration would not let me pass with my passport photo. That year when I meet with yoga, I changed so much. From a professional, hair a certain way, and dress up a certain way, expression a certain way, and then I go to yoga retreat, and I meet Swami Vishnu, and I started to practice yoga and everything. I changed so much. I passed over the border, my passport, they would say, this is not you. So, you change, the body changes, the expression, the mind, everything changes. Okay? But one thing doesn't change, and this is you need to remember all the time. One thing doesn't change, and is all the time there, is yourself, your own Atman. Okay? It doesn't change, doesn't mean that it's not there. It's there, actually all the time, but you cannot see it. So the techniques and the methods of yoga is helping you slowly to experience it, to see it, to embody it, to remember it all the time, and to realize it. And this is the purpose of all these yoga practices. The astral body is called the subtle body. It's composed of the energy sheet, it's called the pranic, the prana, we will talk about that another time, and the vital air, vital energy. So there is an envelope that covers you, we call the aura. Yeah, some people do aura photograph. Aura photograph. But you don't know, it's aura, you take your aura photograph, fine, you are ready for it, take my aura. And it's very bright and brilliant. But you do not know that because aura photograph basically is photographing the energy of the mind. Okay? But your mind is changing constantly. You can have this beautiful aura now, because you take this nice photo of this mind, and then, later on, somebody step on your toes and you're angry, and your aura becomes. You cannot go on and take all the aura photograph. But that is not you because it's constantly changing in your thoughts. Okay? But that is part of the astral body. In the astral body, you have this prana sheath, prana radiation, the aura, if you like, which you can measure with a certain instrument, and you can measure, you can say, you can take this metal coat hanger and you can straighten it out, it becomes like an L shape, and you hold the short side of it, the two, and then you ask somebody to come closer. Okay? And when their aura, their magnetic body touch the metal, then it opens. Then you can measure the pranic envelope of somebody. And then let's say that you ask the person to think about something, very, very sad. I just lost a mother or something very, very sad. And you ask the person to do the same thing, and then the person is able to enter very close to you before the instrument moves. What that means, they have a smaller aura. What that means, they have less prana. What that means, they are weaker. Okay? Sometimes in your daily life, you feel weaker or you feel strong. And sometimes you feel you're strong, then your mind, you think of 10 years from now, I'm going to start the enterprise, and I'm going to invest this time. You think long term. You are able to think long term, feel confident that you can do it. Okay? And sometimes your prana is weak, then you have no self-confidence at all. People ask you to do something, you say, you cannot make any decision, and feel that you cannot see long term at all because you are weak. And that depends on your pranic condition. And we'll talk about that another time, how yoga techniques help you to supply resupply the prana to your pranic chi and make yourself feel strong. Okay? Prana, you can work on it. It depends on what you eat, what you do, what activity, and so on. So you do fasting retreat, I am sure that you will have to measure your prana before and after. Because you have a lot of prana and you don't know what to do with it. So, the mind, the mental sheath, is another layer. Okay? The mind goes with the senses. Okay? So when your mind is strong, the senses are strong. That means, sometimes, even myself, I can see you, I can do a lot of things without my glasses. When the mind is good, the senses also become strong. And some other time, your senses become weak. Because the mind also is weak, the prana is weak. So, I just hear somebody so stressed out, and all of a sudden become deaf. The sense doesn't work because so stressed out. Okay, so mind and senses function together. Okay? The emotions are part of the mental layer. Okay? So the emotions have many different levels. The lower mind are full of instinct and lower emotions. Instinct, desire, lower emotions. And then if you improve, then there will be higher level of emotions. Pure love is the highest level. The intellect layer is part of the astral body. The prana, the mind, the emotions, and the intellect. The intellect is a capacity of reasoning, of taking decision, of be able to discriminate. It's the highest level, is to be able to discriminate, which is a term that is used in yoga that is positive. It's not negative like in our normal English language. If we use the word discrimination, it's a negative discrimination, like racial discrimination, gender discrimination, and so on. But please, think of this term differently in yoga philosophy. Discrimination is a capacity to distinguish between what is the self and what is the not self. What is the truth and what is the illusion of the mind. What is real and what is not real. So it's very high intuitive capacity to be able to intuit and know, I am seeing all this, I am experiencing all this, but this is not the truth, because everything changes. So the yogi try to develop this faculty of the intellect and bring it to high level. So normally our intellect is used in a very cheap and low manner. And we use an intellect to figure out which place is selling which item that is the cheapest. We are super in shopping. So we use intellect like this all day long. What kind of bread is the best? Something like this. But we are not using the intellect to make the big decision, because it's very demanding and you have to think properly to make a decision what to do. Okay? And then, of course, we are not even reaching at the level of the discriminative intellect, the spiritual use of intellect to help to guide you. If something you find out that is temporary, that is changing, then you would invest your energy in something that is lasting. Yes or no? Yeah? Yes or no? It's like you want to invest your money in two companies. Yeah? You think one company is like have a big name, yeah? But you know it will collapse after some time. Another company has no big name. Yeah? It's very small, but you know it will last long. Which one you want to choose? Yeah? The one that is lasting long, or the one that is flamboyant? Okay? But when we are not thinking properly, then we invest in something that is, famous, but not long-lasting. So that means what? What I try to say here is, if you have the discriminative intellect, you invest more of your personal energy in spiritual endeavor. Because when you put the energy in the spiritual endeavor, it lasts you long. Okay? But if you put energy in some job or some anything that is not lasting long, then it's you are not choosing your priority correctly, you are not thinking correctly. Okay? That's the overall how to use the intellect. So there is a story that I tell now about this use of intellect. They say the story was a story of a kingdom. So every 4 years, then the king has to change. Like in America. Every 4 years, the king has to change. And then the story was, the boatman has to drive that king to a distant island and drop him there. This is a story told by Swami Sivananda. And then this boatman noticed that every time this king resisted, and sometimes you have to tie the king and drag him to the boat, and he fight until the last minute. And then one day, this boatman had been doing that for years and seen all this king, resisting. One day there's one king. Now he walked into the boat, bring me there to the island. So then this boatman asked, why all these people are resisting and you are so ready and enthusiastic? So this man answered, because the first day that I become the king, I remember the last day when I had to leave the kingdom. So during the 4 years of my time, I'm preparing myself for the last day. So what did he do? Because he's a king. So what did he do? He equipped the island. He prepared himself. So this story means what? For us, the moment we take birth in the body, we forget that we're going to die. So we enjoy our body, we enjoy our senses, we enjoy our life, and we forget that one day we have to leave the body. Okay? So investment means you would put the energy in the spiritual practice. One of the spiritual practice that Swami Vishnunivati very much promote is the repetition of mantra. If you repeat mantra a lot, then it's imprinted in your astral body, and when you leave this body, you can carry it with you. You can carry that mind that is already purified, that strong mind, with you. Okay? He said, you cannot carry with you credit card after you die. You can carry your credit card with you. You cannot, of course, carry your house and your boat and your vehicles with you, but you cannot also carry your credit card because it's useless, right? But he said, he said, you can carry your MasterCard. What is MasterCard? Master Sivananda. I mean, all the teaching you can carry with you. If you invest your energy into spiritual teaching, into studying, there's so much to study, so much to do, then you can carry with you. So this is the intellect that is able to distinguish, what is important and what is not, so that you can invest your energy properly. So, in yoga philosophy, it is said that there are different kind of veils. And that these different layers of yourself or your instrument are the veils over your consciousness. Because the pure Atman is always there, but when there is a veil over it, then you cannot see it properly. So this whole concept of the veil. And everything you do, like now you do fasting, then you purify the physical body, but in fact also you purify the astral body. So what we do in yoga is to purify the different veils. So when the veils are purified, then you can see through. You can see through the veil. There's a faculty of seeing through. It's there, the veil is still there. But you see through, you transcend the veils. The body will still be there, the mind will still be there, the character will still be there, the bad habits will still be there, but you see through. That means you transcend the body and mind, and you see who you are. The moment that you are able to see through and see who you are, at that moment you are spiritually healthy, and then from there you become energized, you become intelligent, and you become happy. Now the causal body. The causal body is called the seed body. So, seed, from a seed come a tree. From a apple seed, then come an apple tree. From an orange seed come an orange tree. You cannot plant an orange seed on the ground and expect to have a peach tree, because you like to have a peach tree. It doesn't happen like that. And the nature of the seed will determine the strength of the tree. So what is the seed there? Is the seed cause of our karma. We will talk about karma later on if you don't understand. The seed cause of our karma. The reason for us to be born. So that seed is very important. Because according to the karma, then we'll be born with a body of a man, body of a woman, or a certain, it will be born in a certain family, we're born rich or poor, so that is the karma will be unfolding depending on the seed of the karma. So when you'll be able to go to that seed of the karma means when you'll be able to live your life according to your karma and your dharma, then you become happy. This is very important. But that seed of that causal body is also called the bliss seed. And where that you find the happiness. But it's not, it's still the causal body, it's still not the Satchidananda Atman, but at least we have to navigate toward it. Unless we remove the cause of our ignorance, we will continue to reproduce the same mistake, the same action, and the same reaction, lifetime after lifetime. So spiritual health dawns when we understand the cause of our ignorance. That means our mistaken the body and the mind to be ourselves. And that ignorance is responsible of our suffering. And we then learn to be detached from our karmic patterns. We become aware of the consciousness which underlies all phenomena and circumstances. When our consciousness expands and we become keenly aware of the presence of God, or of the consciousness that is underlying all phenomena and circumstances. Okay, and then we end with another topic, which I make it very simple, is the gunas. The way to health through the understanding of the gunas. We need to understand the qualities leading to health and disease. So if you lead the life that is tamasic, the quality of the tamas is the energy that is pulling down, the energy of darkness, of ignorance, of procrastination, of laziness, of obstacles, then it will lead you to disease. If your food is tamasic, your lifestyle is tamasic, your thought is tamasic, dark, and devoid of knowledge or spirit, then easily you will get disease and die early. If the guna or the quality of your body and mind and lifestyle is more rajasic. Rajasic means the quality of activity, of passion, of action, of egoism, of indulgence, of constantly running after your own projection of different things, thinking that happiness is always out there, and try to change and consume and do this satisfaction, one desire after the other. If this is your energy, then also it will bring about disease. So the idea is you have to be able to maintain some level of action in a correct manner. That means the action that is selfless in terms of karma yoga. Don't expect anything. Don't overdo, don't over being passionate about things, and be able to relax at the same time, be able to be detached at the same time. Then at that time, that action is not going to hurt you. It will be a sattvic action. It will help you spiritually to progress and physically, mentally to be healthy. Okay? So tamas, try to avoid completely. Rajas, try to calm down and try to nourish the sattva, the sattvic quality. The sattvic quality is the quality of purity, of balance, of knowledge, of wisdom and discipline. So you wake up in the morning at the sunrise, is considered to be sattvic. And you have a routine, a schedule, a routine, where you work activity, relaxation. Activity, relaxation. The effort, but not too much, like this person that become deaf because too much effort. I have to advise, not too much. Okay? And then it's forfeit the purpose. What is the point? You need to be moderate in action, moderate in relaxation, moderate in emotions. When too much emotion also is some form of mental disease. You need to moderate in love. When too much attachment, it's a big problem. And then you lose yourself in it. It's a big problem. So the moderation in relationship, moderation in feeling, all these are considered to be sattvic. If you be able to do that, all the time bring the sattva, then the mind become clear, focused, your relationship become harmonious, you'll be taking proper decision about food, company, environment, then you'll be healthy. Okay? So apply these 3 gunas into your daily life. All the time try to be moderate and sattvic. A healthy body, mind and spirit are sattvic. Yoga life, the 5 points of yoga, brings sattva. Okay? Rajas will bring division, conflict, up and down. And tamas will bring depression, darkness. Sattva is like a clear lake in which you can see a true picture of yourself. When the waves are not too high, not too big, just a little wave. And you lead a very sattvic, peaceful life. So may you have a sattvic day. Thank you. Trayambakam yajamahe sugamdim pushtivaranam urvarukamiva bandhanam nicho amukshyamamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugamdim pushtivaranam urvarukamiva bandhanam nicho amukshyamamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugamdim pushtivaranam urvarukamiva bandhanam nicho amukshyamamritat. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugamdim pushtivaranam urvarukamiva bandhanam nicho amukshyamamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bolo Satguru Sri Sivananda Maharaj ki Jai. Om Bolo Sri Vishnu Devananda Maharaj ki Jai.